students, let's see the question. The question is, how does an amoeba obtain its food? So the question is saying that we have to tell that how amoeba, which is a unicellular organism, obtain its food. So the amoeba is able to obtain its food by the process of endocytosis. So endocytosis is the process through which amoeba obtain its food. So amoeba, it's basically having a holozoid mode of nutrition, which means it engulfs its food in 5 proper digestive steps. So we can say through the process of endocytosis, an amoeba obtains its food. Why does this happen? How does this happen? The cell membrane of the amoeba is very flexible. Like if I draw an amoeba for you, the cell membrane of the amoeba is very flexible. It is having a nucleus in the center, and if supposedly there is a food particle over here, then this flexible cell membrane, it kind of stretches itself around that food particle to engulf it, because the cell membrane is really flexible. So now the food particle comes here in between. This food particle comes here in between the cell membrane, because the cell membrane has its extension. These extensions are called as pseudopodia. When the cell membrane gets extended to engulf the food, then this is called as pseudopodia. And ultimately what happens, that the food is taken inside the amoeba in the form of a vacuole. Like if this is the nucleus and this is our food particle, then it is taken inside, engulfed inside in the type of a vacuole, then further digested, assimilated, etc. So to write it, we can say endocytosis is the process. Endocytosis is the process by which an amoeba obtains its food. Moreover, because the cell membrane, this outermost portion, the blue one, is our cell membrane. The cell membrane is very flexible. It is flexible, that's why it is able to rearrange itself and gather around the food particle through its membranous extensions called the pseudopodia. Because the cell membrane is very flexible, food particles are engulfed forming a food vacuole. Assisted by the pseudopodia, which means with the help of pseudopodia. The red one, which is forming over here, this is our food vacuole, which is formed, and now this food will be slowly digested inside the body of the organism. Since amoeba is having a holozoic mode of nutrition, the nutrition is completed in 5 steps. Amoeba basically it releases digestive enzymes around this, and then it helps to digest the food. So amoeba secretes digestive enzymes to bring the digestion of the engulfed particle once the food is trapped. So the food is trapped. So now digestive enzymes would get released, and amoeba will digest the food in 5 steps. If we have to write the 5 steps, the first step which it does is ingestion. Ingestion means taking in taking the food inside. The second step is digestion. It releases digestive enzymes to digest the food. Number third step is absorption. That digested food has to be absorbed in the body. Number fourth step is assimilation. The digested food has to be absorbed and assimilated throughout the body. And the fifth step is egestion, which means the unwanted particles, the waste, has to be thrown out of the body. That is egestion. So this is the complete answer to the question that how does an amoeba is able to obtain its food. The process is called as endocytosis, and the holozoic mode of nutrition leads to 5 steps in which it is able to obtain the food. Pseudopodia is the membranous extension which helps the amoeba to get its food. So I hope you understood this.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.